Hey, what's up? Peace and blessings, you all. It's Mr. Wildenfree, and I just wanted to check in to talk a little bit about the future of this channel. Now, I have been gone for quite a few months on an unintended hiatus. Nevertheless, I really want to put some effort into curating the content that I'm putting on this channel and making sure that I'm providing you all with real value. As you all know, I have been catering the content on this channel around Notion and the templates that I design using that platform. If you haven't seen any of those videos yet, go ahead and check those out. I'll post the link here or down below in the description. Nevertheless, I wanted to take a moment to share my thoughts around this channel and how it originated, what my thought process is, and where I intend to take it moving forward. So for those that don't know, I actually have another YouTube channel, my original channel, Mr. Wildenfree, where I put my music videos and the first attempt at my vlog and some other things focused around my personal brand. And I pivoted a bit, creating this separate channel because I wanted a dedicated space where I could focus the content of the channel primarily on Notion and other tech-related content. So that was my thought process behind it. And I originally called this channel The Wildenfree Way. However, moving forward, I want to do two things. One, provide more clarity around the content of this channel. And two, also expand beyond just the initial presumption of what this channel was meant for, which is purely Notion related content. Yes, I still want to provide you all with great walkthroughs or guides or tips and tricks and other things as it pertains to using Notion as a platform. I still love it. I am a Notion certified ambassador. And at the same time, I don't want to shackle the content of this channel just around Notion. I want to be able to explore other technologies, other software and platforms that I might be utilizing, and most especially Web3 related content. And I want to do so from the lens of a creative entrepreneur, a multidisciplinarian, if you will, that has explored the likes of music, having released over 11 bodies of work, a podcaster, a writer, a speaker, a designer, an entrepreneur in the creative space. So that's really where I want to go with this. And for that, I have pivoted the title of this channel to Wildenfree Tech, hoping to make it a bit more apparent as to what I'm striving for here. So there's that. By and large, my personal brand, Mr. Wildenfree, and the business behind it, a Wildenfree World LLC, it is a brand meant to allow me to explore the breadth of creative entrepreneurship and to be the lyrical performing music artist that I am while still exploring these different domains. You all may or may not have been aware yet, but I also blog. I have blogged before in the past. I've had a podcast before called A Well of Being. And I most recently started up my newsletter blog, which is where I like to write articles around the types of things that I'm thinking about, whether that's how Notion turned me into a programmatic thinker, coming from the space of just trying to be a productive artist, or thinking about closing the cycle of value, my philosophical thoughts on economics, or my love of anime, or my curatorial experiences as a music artist and as a music appreciator. That newsletter blog I recently spun up on a platform called paragraph.xyz. And this platform is, first of all, shout out to Colin Armstrong, because it's a great platform. It's similar to Substack, but it's built on top of Web3 technologies. And on top of sharing my articles and my newsletter blog with you all, providing a direct one-to-one connection to allow me to give you all updates on new things that are on the up and up, or maybe to expound a bit further on some thoughts that I share here or on my personal brand in a written format. And there's this meta relationship that will exist between the content across these different platforms and channels, hoping to give you all direct access to any of the things that I release in the most accessible means possible. But I bring that up because here's a platform that I'm utilizing built on Web3 infrastructure that I think is empowering for us as creative entrepreneurs. Whether you are a music artist like myself, or a designer, or a writer, or a speaker, or a painter, whatever it is, at least getting an awareness of the future of technology and decentralized platforms and protocols that are emerging in this new day, that are providing us with the tools and infrastructure to do some really prolific things. That's what I want to help bring awareness to on this channel. And not just awareness to the platforms and tools themselves, but my strategic thinking, the ideas that I'm having around how I might go about using these platforms, protocols, and tools to create a path of abundance for myself and hopefully those of you watching. And that's really the goal that I'm striving for here. Yes, that'll still include Notion, that'll include Web2 platforms, that'll include Web3 platforms, that'll include my philosophical ideas, my strategic thinking, the ideas that I might have, or even just representations of my personal brand across that channel. And I'll do my due diligence to sew the lines, to bridge the gaps between the various places. I'm sure you all are aware of how things are with social media nowadays. You might have 3 different accounts on one platform and then accounts on other platforms as well. It's not my intention to create more friction or separation into the experience by having multiple channels and multiple accounts, but really my original line of thinking was, how do I curate all of the specific kinds of content that I'm seeking to provide while also appealing to the algorithms to make sure that the content will reach the audiences with whom it will resonate most. Yeah, it kind of sucks, this decision to separate channels to appease the algorithm. And at the same time, I'm just doing my best, right? And I'm hoping to find a way to make sure that I can speak about the things that I like to speak about and want to speak about and share, that I feel can be valuable, that I feel that can generate a genuine community around these things that are near and dear to my soul. So I'm curious to know, and if you have any thoughts around that, say you have experience with curating content across several different channels, and you want to weigh in on that, by all means, please feel free to leave a comment below. What I'm doing is sowing seeds to the best of my ability from my own frame of reference and perspective in such a way that I feel will resonate the most with the specific niches that I'm a part of, while also finding a way to coalesce all of these spaces, right? I exist at the intersection of many different spaces: music, Web3, Notion, anime, curation, writers, designers, freelancers, entrepreneurs, all of these different things. I'm doing my best to thread the needle and to provide as much value as I can and get out of the way of my own perfectionism. It's what's held me back a lot. I'm doing my best to get rid of that, to get out of my own way and to provide you all with value and create a community that's meaningful to all of us. So hopefully that resonates with you. If you're interested in any of the things that I've mentioned that I'll be exploring on this channel or on my primary brand page, do tap in, hit the subscribe button below, check out the links in the description, subscribe to my newsletter, blog, reach out on social media, whatever it takes. I even have a Discord where I've been doing my best to curate this space. It hasn't been very active, but I really want to refocus some attention into holding space for my community there as well, for you all to be able to communicate with one another and have exclusive dialogue that you can only find there, to be able to get exclusive access to other content or resources or support from me in those channels. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and check that out. Bear with me, please. And I absolutely appreciate any engagement that you all foster there amongst one another. Even if I'm busy editing a video or working on a client project or working on some music, I'm gonna do my best to continue tapping in and to share content and to put my face out there in front of you all and keep this thing going. Right, that's that. All things being said, again, if you're interested in music, technology, being Web2, Web3, Notion-related content, productivity tools, different software. If you're interested in anime, right? I am a huge fan of anime. I also collect anime pins. If you're a pin collector, show me some love in the comments down below. It's a niche community, but I love it and I love y'all. And shout out to all the amazing creators and artists out there. And lastly, a well of being. All things introspective, philosophical, technological, existential, spiritual, the exploration of self. I dive into those kinds of things. There's a space within my creative exploration that wants to continue expressing things in that realm as well. So if any of those things interest you, tap in, and I hope that the value that you get here from my content, from one another, and from any of the resources or other creators that I know in my network, I just hope you all find value in it. Thanks once again. It's your boy, Mr. Wildenfree. I don't know what else to say. Peace and blessings, and until next time, well,